with more MasterMind redesigns, aka I was bummed that only 3 out of the 6 sins at the trial got outfits that hinted more to their circus acts. So I'm redesigning everyone to look more like the circus acts they represent, since Viv herself said she based each sin on a circus act. The ones we 100% know the acts of are Lucifer the ringleader, Keshabi the animal tamer, Maman the jester, and Ozzie the fire dancer. Leviathan and Sloth haven't been officially named yet, but Satan is pretty clearly the strongman act, not that his design really conveys that, other than the small hints of the app and weight pendant on his outfit. But yeah, with that information in mind, and finally seeing the rest of the sins designs, yeah, none of them really look or have the underlying base of their acts in their designs, other than Lucifer and Mammon at first glance. Like, even Lucifer's more dressed up version of his outfit looks like a ringleader's outfit, and Mammon having a jester hat is a pretty telltale sign for anyone. But everyone else, yeah, it could be better. And while Keshabi to me is the 3rd worst outfit out of the 3, Ozzie takes the 2nd prize, mainly because the jacket does help a lot more in hinting to his act, even if, just like Keshabi, it's just his stock outfit with extra steps. Though, again, similar to Keshabi, I kinda wish this was his main outfit, cause his OG appearance wasn't helpful at all in telling us who this character is. And while yes, the episode told us in a pretty good musical number, I bet if we didn't get it, we would have had zero idea who this even was supposed to be, let alone what his act is, which is Fire Dancer, based on information from Viv's Patreon, which, in what way are we supposed to get that from his first appearance? Though his MasterMind outfit kinda does, like it gives the bare minimum, and I'm fine with that, because the jacket's front open chest making a heart and the fire pattern around it adds to the details of his abilities and past, and the whole lust is passion and hot like a flame, so these small details do help. But yeah, if this is his MasterMind trial outfit and his more act-based outfit, I'm not really seeing Fire Dancer, you know? And yes, I know that he and the others are the 7 deadly sins, so that should also show in their designs as well, as Viv has also made a point that she tries to stick to some aspects of the lore, so that's perfectly fine. But when you made the theme and underlying base circus, then yeah, everyone should get the same treatment in their designs, not just Lucifer and Mammon. And I'm not saying the sins need to be in full costume or be as obvious as possible, because their personalities and backgrounds should also be included, but since Viv said based on, I can't help but side-eye the designs. And what I mean on based on, in summary, is based on implies a direct derivation and adherence to the original source, while inspired by suggests a more loose creative influence without strict adherence to the original. But unless she really does mean that they are based on circus acts, then I'm really sorry, because they clearly do not. So again, it's like, if you based these characters on circus acts, why do they not look like they are based on the circus acts that you chose? Like, I'm perfectly fine with them not looking 100% like the circus act that they are attached to, but they do need to show that there is some connection. They just can't say that there is after the episodes air. Heck, we didn't even learn anything about this till Keshabi's appearance, and yeah, a character design can be subtle if that's what you're going for, but the character is going to have to acknowledge parts of their background, but Ozzie and Keshabi never do. We only had Pilot Lucifer to go off of, which wasn't much, and since the shows were separated, no one was really going to pick up on what Viv was putting down. Like, the fact that Viv has to explain her characters after an episode airs is just really telling as a character designer. The designs themselves are perfectly fine on their own if we didn't have this information attached to them. Like, the character designer in me just cannot fathom this. So let's just get into this redesign. Okay, so fair warning, I might be a bit mean about Ozzie's design, mainly for the MasterMind episode, because I don't know what was going on, but Ozzie constantly going off model was distracting. Well, okay, not 100% off model, more like his upper body constantly changing size was distracting. Like what the fuck is going on? Look, it's Also, what is this 3/4 side view? Like, why does he look like that? Like, we've seen Ozzie naked. He's not built like a 1x1 Lego piece. Also, is it just me or is Ozzie's neck getting longer? Like, I know the Sins have the ability to change their size, but this feels weird and a little much. Plus, now that I brought up Ozzie being naked, I gotta ask, why are Ozzie's arms drawn so small when he's in his suit? Like, suits don't work like that. Hell, anatomy don't work like that. Plus, with the way that the jacket is drawn, makes his shoulders to arm socket look broken. Like, I can forgive and look past the thin neck and huggy wuggy face, but the anatomy, I just can't. So because of that, I made Ozzie's outfit more skin tight. That way you can actually see his body and keep the anatomy intact. So yeah, for his outfit, I did a deep open chest leotard with flame edges that give the illusion of a flaming heart with a high neck collar with flame detailing. I also added upside down heart pendants with pink decorative rope and tassels as a nod to his club and what other things tassels go on. A lot of the outfit is mainly patterning and small hints to dance attire, since most fire dancers or performers don't really have a specific costume. I mean, most performers just wear simple circus theme outfits or leotards with flame or unique patterns, though there are fire belly dancers and their outfits are more Bedla inspired. Probably said that wrong. But my knowledge on the outfit is kind of limited, as Victorian painters kind of coined the look and people just adopted the look into performances. It's kind of like a stylized costume version of actual outfits worn back then, so in a way it's like stage wear. But I didn't want to go too hard into the style, mainly because Ozzie's act is more circus themed. So yeah, I went with a dancer's leotard. I did add some burlesque elements, but not too much, since I didn't want to just make my version of Osmodius. Plus, if I added too much fabric, it would just look weird because a lot of fire dancers do tend to wear outfits that are minimal in fabric, or if they do wear a lot of fabric, it's fabric that does not melt. So, yeah. Anyway though, I did keep his heels, just added a few extra details, like making the top parts of the boots flaming feathers and making the heel flames as well, and added upside down hearts on the front. Not sure if I like them, but I like the idea of it. I just gotta figure out how I can make it better. Anyway, I also gave him elbow gloves with the same symbol and flame feathers, though I fused the feathers to his lion mane hair, though, and this is where I explain his redesigned body, because just like Keshapi's hair, Ozzie's hair makes zero sense to me. Like, I get why he has it, so the two heads have a space to be, and cause it looks like a big fireball, but again, it looks so disconnected. Maybe if his top feathers were the same color, or he had bangs or something in the front, it wouldn't look that way. But yeah, since I didn't get the hair mane thing, I decided to separate it and make it into a flaming boa that's attached to his gloves. I also gave the other two heads actual heads and attached them to him, because while I get from an animation point, it's easier to draw 3 heads that way, it just kind of takes away from his demonic appearance. Plus, they gave Leviathan 2 heads, so it's like, why couldn't you have done that for Ozzie? Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear excuses because it's not fair. So yeah, 3-headed Ozzie. Plus, his neck now fits his body shape. Oh, and I also made him more rooster-like in the main face. Viv has said, and honestly the tail gives it away, that Ozzie is more rooster-based, but his face and the heels he wears kinda hides that. So yeah, I gave Ozzie a more bird-shaped face, added a beak, kinda, and gave him a comb. The other heads, yeah, they're just the small heads, but bigger. Also, since this is the trial outfit, and since Bee can have flowing honey constantly, I figured really going hard with the fire elements was fine. Oh, almost forgot. Yes, I gave Ozzie wings. I find it funny he and Maman are the only Sins whose citizens have nothing in common with them, which is fine. Like, they don't really have to, but at least with Maman, they kind of have some connection, while Ozzie has nothing. So yeah, succubus wings. Also, fun fact as well, actual Osmodius does have wings, so you know, the lore is still loring. Oh, and I took his rooster tail away. Since I made Ozzie more bird-like, I didn't want him to seem too much like the Goetias. Like, yes, he's a bird man, but he's like 5 other things. So yeah, lizard tail. Oh, also, I actually didn't change much of his build or legs. That's right, his feet actually look like that. I just gave him shoes that fit more with bird legs. I also made him way more hairier or feathery. I'm not really sure which. Because, like, why have that one tuft on his chest and hairy underarms? Like, come on, Viv, go crazy with it. So everywhere but his chest and face are furry. The last two things I added to his outfit are just the loose arm fabric and his butt feathers. Apparently, they're attached to him, but since I took his rooster tail away, yeah, it's not anymore. Lastly, color. So yeah, I did not stick to the OG color. I just couldn't. The colors picked aren't really the problem, except for that awful neon green they keep giving him, and only focusing it on his mouth, eyes, and the chest floof. Like, that's all they put it on, and it makes no sense. Why? But anyway, the 8 colors and the red bubblegum pink with pastel purple and neon green yellow with Ozzie's dark blue and neon blue is just, it's just not giving lust or fire. I did see someone say it's giving the pansexual flag, which I can kind of see. And if, like, that's the case, then that's perfectly fine. Like, those colors do work together. I've worked with them before. But the shades of colors picked and how it's spread around is just not working. So I used his neon color look from his Ozzie debut, which, let's be honest, is the best color palette for him, and went crazy. Though I did limit the use of pink and made the pink darker. I also made it the highlight color since Ozzie's colors are primarily blue, which I am very happy about, because if you don't know this, the Sims are actually color coded and Lust is a dark blue color. So I really like that Ozzie is dark blue and that they've kept up with that. It's just everything else. But you know what? A win is a win. Also, if you're curious about the hair around the neck, that's Ozzie's actual hair. I did like a slick mullet that flares out when he's upset, like a rooster, and I made his nails pink just for fun. And that is about it. I know this seems like a lot, but it's kind of not. I drew this really fast. And I'm not being funny about it. Like, this took less time than it has ever taken me to do something like this. I mean, I can take away the small details, and this would be a pretty good, like, easy to do fit, especially since Ozzie doesn't move as much in this episode. So it's a good one and done outfit, and I am so happy with it. The heads, the outfit were so hard to figure out, and I'm just so happy with the final product. You guys have no idea. The sketch process was the hardest part. Getting it all done, easy peasy. Anyway, next video might be a while, as I really need to put all my focus on the world building videos. So it would mean a lot if y'all could rewatch some videos, comment on them, you know, keep the engagement going. Or boost this one up so YouTube doesn't get mad at me while I do this. Also, though, I do have Pride speed paint videos coming, so boost those too, since I won't be talking during them. But yeah, I am so close to finishing, you guys. I just need to sketch some stuff and edit audio I didn't realize I had. So I say I'm close, but I'm like, I'm gonna guesstimate I'm like 68% done. But yeah, it would mean a lot if you could, like, keep the algorithm going while I work on this. Also, we're very close to 80K, and that's supposed to kickstart the OC Redesign series, so I also gotta work on the Discord. So yeah, that is still happening, by the way. I hope everybody still remembers that that is happening, and that the goal is almost reached, so yeah. I'm not nervous, you're nervous. Actually, the next video after Ozzie's will possibly be Leviathan. If not, it will be a speed paint. So look forward to that. But anyway, we also have some new members to scream at this week. Yay! Sear Wolf and Mooney Spoonie. Welcome to the madness. Also, thank you, Lav Soul Production, 4'10", and Lobo Lupo, 15. I hope I said that correctly, for the super thanks on my Beelzebub redesign-ish video. Y'all should watch that, by the way. I hear it's really good. Onto the Wall of Teeth you go. Also, thank you to the other members. You have my whole heart. I have some really fun stuff just for y'all this week, aka hotel redemption stuff, so look forward to that. Also, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on my socials right here. And if possible, hit that join button or super to join the Board of Teeth. It really helps out the channel and me. I hope you all have a super fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!